Now, would you pay $3,000 for a front row seat to listen to Meghan Markle?
That's the eye-watering price tag of a VIP ticket to see her during the couple's upcoming Aussie.
There are times during public appearances that last only a few seconds, yet end up revealing more than an entire speech. During Prince Harry and Meghan's recent visit to Jordan, one of those brief moments quietly appeared on camera. At first glance, nothing dramatic seems to happen. There's no argument, no raised voices, and no obvious confrontation that would make headlines, just a short exchange between Meghan Markle and James Holt during a visit to the National Center for Rehabilitation of Addicts. But when you watch closely, the interaction feels slightly awkward. While everyone else nearby appears focused on the speaker, listening politely like a formal audience, Meghan suddenly turns toward Holt as if she has something to say. It happens quickly, just a few words that are barely audible, but the body language speaks volumes. Holt responds with a raised eyebrow and a restrained, diplomatic smile, the kind people offer when trying to remain polite in a mildly uncomfortable moment. Almost immediately afterward, he drifts toward the back of the group. For a second, he looks around, hands slightly unsure, as if he's uncertain about where he should stand. Perhaps it means nothing. It could simply be one of those fleeting moments that carry no real significance. Yet compared to the rest of the calm, attentive crowd, it stands out just enough to make viewers pause. In that moment, Meghan's nonverbal cues appear somewhat impatient. She gives a quick head motion toward Holt, a small tilt of the chin that almost resembles a silent instruction. Then she turns back toward the speaker, quickly adjusts her hair, and moves her mouth in a familiar way often noticed during her public appearances. It's one of those subtle habits people begin to notice once cameras zoom in closely. The exchange becomes even more interesting when you consider who James Holt is. Holt previously served as a senior executive at the Archewell Foundation before the organization was quietly restructured into what is now Archewell Philanthropies. He has often been described as a trusted aide within the Sussex team, someone who has spent enough time around the operation to understand how things function behind the scenes. Because of that, the dynamic in that brief interaction feels telling. Based purely on body language, Meghan's manner could be interpreted less like a conversation between colleagues and more like a boss offering a quick correction to someone further down the hierarchy. Holt's response, a small eyebrow lift, a polite smile, and a quiet step back, almost suggests he's familiar with this type of moment. It resembles the reaction of someone who knows the safest response is simply to nod, smile, and step aside. Of course, interpreting body language is always subjective. Still, some online observers have been quick to connect this moment to a broader narrative that has followed the Sussex household for years: frequent staff turnover, aides departing, and former employees moving on quietly. Critics sometimes claim that working within the Sussex circle can be intense, while others argue that such pressure is simply part of any high-profile organization where expectations are constantly high. Moments like this only add fuel to those conversations. Another discussion that quickly emerged online centered on Meghan's posture during the event. Some viewers noted that she appeared slightly hunched, with her shoulders leaning forward, a contrast to the upright, almost textbook posture often associated with Catherine, Princess of Wales. It may seem like a minor detail, but royal watchers have always paid close attention to such things. In royal culture, posture, gestures, and body language are often treated as part of the unspoken uniform: stand straight, move gracefully, and maintain a calm, gentle smile. When someone appears tense, impatient, or slightly out of sync with that environment, cameras and viewers notice right away. Perhaps the most ironic observation circulating online sums up the entire debate. Of all the qualities critics say Meghan struggles to project convincingly, appearing completely unbothered might be the most difficult. When someone genuinely doesn't care about the attention around them, it naturally shows. But when someone is trying very hard to appear calm, composed, and in control, tiny cracks can sometimes emerge in the smallest gestures. A brief tilt of the head, a tight smile, an aide quietly stepping out of frame, and suddenly a 5-second interaction becomes the internet's latest body language mystery. Whether it actually means anything, or whether people online are simply overanalyzing yet another Sussex moment, is something viewers will continue to debate. In the world of royal drama, Even the smallest moment rarely stays small for long.